All right, folks, welcome back to my channel, Save America, Vote for Tulsi Gabbard. I am Dave, a reformed center-right, although I still feel kind of center-right, mostly on social issues and things like that. I don't want to get into a food fight about social issues. What I see up ahead is a cliff or an asteroid. Some people have described it as an asteroid. It has to do with our debt and the fact that we keep spending trillions of dollars unpaid for. And Jimmy Dore makes a good point on this. He says, nobody ever asks how we're going to pay for the military spending because we always go way over. I mean, if the tax revenue were covering what we're spending on these regime change things, our budget would be balanced and our debt would not be $22 trillion. Okay, so that's my intro. I am happy to read a tweet to you from Tulsi Gabbard from a few hours ago. Investigation reveals Pence and Bolton lied to promote U.S. regime change in Venezuela. Nothing new there. I wonder why CNN, MSNBC, Fox, etc. haven't shared this information with the American people. Kudos to the New York Times. And you go to the article. Footage contradicts U.S. claim that Nicolas Maduro burned aid convoy. Top U.S. officials have said Nicolas Maduro regime burned an aid convoy last month, but TV footage contradicts that claim and shows how this unverified information spread across Twitter and television. Wow. You know why it spread? Because all the neocons wanted it to spread. You know why it spread? Because the CIA wanted it to spread. So all Americans who are struggling from paycheck to paycheck, who are trying to pay their mortgage or their rent or buy food or fill up their gas tank, whatever it is, and I'm not saying everybody's struggling, but there are enough people in our country who are struggling and will struggle. And this is going on. And we're spending trillions. Regime change wars don't work. Why are we getting involved? See, the libertarian side of me is the main reason I'm here. All right? If someone says to me, hey, what do you think about climate change? Or what do you think about, I don't know, pick something. Universal basic income. I'm going to say, you know what? Can we argue about that stuff after we fix the $1 trillion deficit issue? And I'm not saying that we don't allocate money for things like infrastructure. Pretty much everybody can agree on infrastructure, on the fact that we need a better healthcare system, which takes care of everybody. People will say, well, what do you think about Medicare for all? I don't know. I'm just giving you my honest answer. I don't know. There do appear to be some good ideas embedded in some of these proposals. I'd have to know specific details. Again, Jimmy Dore would say, well, if you're worried about how we're going to pay for it, then you should kind of worry about how we're paying for these regime change wars. That's a touche moment. That's where I'm sitting there going, okay, I guess my super ultra conservative background, my reading Thomas Sowell books or whatever I used to do years ago, I haven't done that in ages, didn't prepare me for that particular hypothesis, did it? And he's a comedian, and I'm not saying he's a bad comedian, I'm just saying he's a comedian with a talk show. He's got over 500,000 subscribers, though. Holy crap, right? That shows me, by the way, that it's a populist message. And I'm part populist, too. It's another reason I thought. And Jimmy Dore will say this, too. A lot of people voted for Trump because they thought this was going to happen and that was going to happen. They weren't really concerned about his personality. I think the news media and some on the left are a little obsessed because the guy seems to be kind of a creep at times, and people say, seems to be, is always 100% of the time. And I'm just sitting there going, okay, but that's what I'm not most concerned about. It would be nice to have a president who you could look up to and be proud of, though. I will say that. That's why there was that whole never Trump thing, because those guys thought, hey, we're morally upright and this guy is, he's despicable. But then we just had a guy on MSNBC who said he would still vote for despicable human being Donald Trump over Bernie Sanders. Wow. I think we all need to understand each other's sides before we make declarative statements like that. And as far as Bernie goes, we'll see. Once things pan out. I know a lot of people come over here and say, oh, Tulsi can be the VP. Yeah. I'd like to see her be the president. I think, I get it. If you're going to do a configuration, you'd have Bernie and then Tulsi. You wouldn't have Tulsi Bernie. You'd have Tulsi and then another. You'd do the Clinton-Gore thing. You'd have two sort of younger, vibrant candidates. You wouldn't have Tulsi and then, who was it? Lloyd Benson, remember, was with Dukakis. Dukakis was the younger guy, and Benson was 1,000 years old. Bernie's an old dude, and it's either going to be Bernie, and who else actually would work on the Bernie ticket? Tulsi's ideological, slants are closest to Bernie. So, yeah, I get that, but I'm going to hold out for Tulsi, at least for a while. I just like her better. I like her style. I like the fact that you would have the first woman president, not because I want a quota, because again, I'm from the right. I'm not into quotas, but I would say it would be cool because she would be dignified, honorable. She's not one of these. I don't know. It's just her demeanor. I mean, I don't want to get all. I don't want to stray into sexism or anything like that. But she just comes off to me as somebody who's poised and elegant and expressive, and really believable too. But this video is primarily about the fact that she called out the news media properly. She asked a question, gee, I wonder why these guys didn't say anything about this. And again, she's proven right about Venezuela. So again, kudos to the New York Times, who I'm, typically not a fan of, because again, I'm from the right, but I also see what they do to the super progressive left. They don't seem to want people to stray from this lane that they, they designate that lane. And when people stray, they tend to get a little, antsy about it and try to stop all that communication from happening. But they can't stop me, at least yet. I'm on YouTube. This is my channel. Again, thanks for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm looking to hit 1,000 subscribers sometime in the near future, and it'd be helpful if you watch the videos and share them and so forth. And again, I'm kind of a work in progress doing this, so hopefully things will get better. Until next time, I'm Dave. See you then.